Ladies and gentlemen, I am here today to apologize. Apologize to each and every one of you. To confess, if you will. I have a little white lie on my channel. Something that transformed itself into something much bigger. And upon reaching the 500 subscriber milestone, I realized I can no longer live with this burden without coming clean to all of you. And I understand a lot of you will unsubscribe as a result of this video, of this apology, of this confession. My words will mean nothing to the amount of people I have hurt in this one particular character's fan base. If you guys do not know who I'm talking about, I am talking about the greatest female woman in all of anime, of all of manga, in all of fiction. I am talking about the Tornado of Terror herself, S rank number 2 of the Hero Association, Tatsumaki. Now I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying right now. You're thinking, Griever, your entire One Punch Man streams only get dislikes because of your hatred towards this character. You have made it a point that you do not like her abilities. You do not like her role in the story. You do not like her appearance. You do not like her attitude. You find so many faults with her characters. How can you say that you've been lying this whole time to us? And I know. And even in other content videos, such as ones like Jujutsu Kaisen, I have clearly said that Todo is an amazing character. Aoi Todo is amazing because he likes tall girls with big butts. And I could relate to that. That was also a lie. My little white lie of despising Tatsumaki, so great, seeped into other content videos like a poison, to the point that I needed to keep up the charade, if you will. And here, I have to say, Todo, get out of here. We don't need tall girls with big butts. We need short girls with no female assets of any size description whatsoever. That's what we need in a female anime woman. Tatsumaki fits this bill entirely. Tatsumaki is got to have, let's just go over all the greatness of Tatsumaki. Let's look at her personality. Let's start with her appearance even. Let's start with the greatness of her appearance. She is a lolly, and a lot of people have a problem with her being a lolly. I continue to insult her as a lolly. But even right there, that sentence is incorrect. She is not a lolly. She is a full-figured woman. She is not a tall woman with a big butt, no. But she is a 28-year-old individual. She is woman through and through. And she has an appearance of greatness, like a shining angel, a beacon of hope, a natural disaster herself. She is nothing short of incredible character designs. The simplicity makes it 4D chess level complexity at the same time. Then, and the green aura that she emits. It's not like that has ever been done before to showcase greatness. I don't know why people keep bringing up this Brawly character to me. There's no comparison. Green is the color of envy, and it is the color of Tatsumaki, the one and only. Any other character that uses green, get out of here. The other thing to talk about, of course, her personality. Something that I have continuously ranted upon. Once again, I need to apologize for this, because Tatsumaki's personality is nothing short of incredible. It's exactly what I would want to find in a significant other. Unfortunately, my wife could never come to the level of Tatsumaki. Her nonchalant attitude, her disregard for other people and their feelings, her level of superiority amongst everyone, because she does stand at the top. She looks down upon them. Were she in One Piece, she would be Boa Hancock level of looking so far down on someone, she's looking up. That is the level. And that is a beautiful, beautiful trait in a person. We want to be treated like insignificant ants by such a great, wondrous woman, a great character. And even certain aspects of her personality that are so original, like freaking out at being called short or brat or runt. I'm quite sure that no character has ever had that character trait before or since. I can't imagine a single, even a third party, not really well-known manga that has ever done this. Certainly never done by a popular anime whatsoever. And her backstory. Everyone, that was the turning point for me. Her backstory is something that I just completely sort of glossed over. Everyone told me I would appreciate her more. And it was so hard to keep a straight face while I continued to mildly... Did you not notice during the chapter where her backstory was revealed with Blast that I found it very difficult to even insult her at that point? I couldn't bring myself to praise her quite yet. I wasn't ready. I was too afraid to come out as a Tatsumaki stan at this point. However, her backstory, the most beautifully tragic backstory, so original. I've never seen anything like it, certainly not in graphic novels or movies or anything like that. And as far as tragic backstories go, I mean, I've heard people talk about Guts from Berserk, and I know that there are certain backstories in things like Full Metal Alchemist, and there's definitely ones like, even in Naruto, as far as Naruto goes, there are some decent backstories and stuff. I call them just decent though, you know? There's tons like that, but nah, Tatsumaki's backstory, that's... You know, Lucy from Elfen Lied, get out of here. They can all get out of here because at the end of the day, her backstory is the most original and greatest backstory. It made me weep inside that I could not cry openly on stream for you guys. I was too afraid. To admit my true feelings when I found out how absolutely tragic this story was. You know, Nina from Full Metal Alchemist... Lucy from Elfen Lied. I mean, like, what are we even doing here? Those aren't tragedies. This is a true, awesome, tragic back. Zero from the latest chapter of Shimatsu no Valkyrie. That's nothing. That's not even a backstory. Forget him. Forget Jack the Ripper. Forget all the Shimatsu no Valkyrie backstories. They're tiny pebbles as far as this is concerned. Like, this is 4D. This is 5-dimensional chess level of backstory. I'm just, wow. Now, alongside of her personality and her appearance, which once again, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10 personality. That personality, why would you want someone to treat you fairly? Why would you want someone to treat you and your feelings with respect and give you sympathy or empathy? No, that is not what makes a good character. A good character is strong, which she clearly is, being one of the most powerful characters in the entire series. If not, I would argue the strongest character in the series. That's right, I said it. And Blast and Saitama can get out of here. And we have this wondrous, beautiful woman. This wondrously powerful, strong, 3-dimensional woman. And she completely embodies what we want in a waifu. She completely embodies what we want in a strong character. She has no time or patience for anybody else, regardless of her own shortcomings, which, by the way, I have not seen a one yet. I made them up on the streams, guys. I'm sorry. She has no shortcomings. She has no weaknesses. No reason to treat anybody with even an ounce of humility or respect, because they honestly are just ants to her. And that's what makes her personality so great, that she doesn't even acknowledge when she needs help, because she has never needed help. I can't think of a single moment in this entire arc even where she needed an ounce of help. She could have flattened everything just by her own self, because she is that amazing. So that's enough about her. I could go on and on about her personality. I could go on and on about her great attitude towards everybody else in the series. But now let's talk about the thing that a lot of people said and have argued about with me on stream. And I have to apologize. I have to apologize, yes, for ever daring to compare her abilities, her power system. It was the blackest form of blasphemy when I said that she was overpowered. Her abilities were broken or bullshit. I was so wrong. I was jealous. I was envious. I could not fathom that this great character could have psychic abilities that far outstretch the norm of psychic abilities in every other form of fiction. That granted her abilities because One and Murata are such fantastic writers and clearly do not have a love for psychic abilities. Nay, they gave her something that was be her only shortcoming, but she molded it. She used it. She managed to take a power system that honestly really it was no better than a common firepower in any other standard anime. And she molded it into herself. She's able to do things. Jean Grey and all the other psychics, get out of here. Get out of here, all the other espers. You know, all you're able to do with your psychic abilities and other forms of fiction, you're able to move objects with your mind, lift stuff, and you're able to telepathy, you're able to talk to the minds and stuff. Yeah, that's all fine and good. But look at what Tatsumaki is able to achieve. I'm so sorry that I compared it to a key system where she was able to do a multitude of abilities outside of just telekinetic powers. Because no, absolutely, that all falls within the realm. It's just that other characters that have been psychics and espers and whatever you want to call them this entire time in all forms of fiction, in comic books, in movies, in manga, they just didn't know how to use it. They didn't know that they had the ability to do all these things that Tatsumaki has been able to do in the realm of an esper's power. She was not bound by this limitation. We just perceived every other form of fiction when this power was brought up. We just perceived it incorrectly, that these characters were actually weak, and Tatsumaki is not. Tatsumaki is strong. The Tornado of Terror is able to utilize this power in a way that was never done before within the realm of these abilities. And I just didn't see it. My eyes were blinded. How could tens of years, decades of fictional writing surrounding this power-based ability being done in so many different formats, how could every single other character have gotten it so wrong? How could every other writer and story gotten the beautifully, openly, I won't call it power, that is the psychic abilities? Tatsumaki was just the first one to actually utilize it. Absolutely. The Phoenix Force and all that, get out of here. We don't need that. This was amazing. Tatsumaki's appearance, her power system, her personality. She's evidently perfect waifu material. But I would be a lowly specimen. And I have made fun of so many people, so much of the fan base, by referring to her as a lolly, or as a bitch of a character, or as a disrespectful, or I have been myself disrespectful of her character. Absolutely. I mean, how could you ever desire anything short of what Tatsumaki is? How could you ever want a tall woman when you have Tatsumaki? How could you ever want a woman with big boobs or a big butt when you have Tatsumaki? How could you ever want to be treated fairly and nicely when you have Tatsumaki who would rather whip you into a wall and step on you? How could you ever desire anything short of that? How could you ever desire a woman who can take a fight that has been taking so long? And it's the same people that complained about One Piece, about Sanji baking a cake. They didn't understand. They don't understand why it took so long, that's this fight between, in the current manga chapters, between Psychorochi or Psychos originally and Tatsumaki. Why was it so dragged out? It was not dragged out. It was perfectly paced. The hiatuses were not hiatuses. The redraws, they were not there to infuriate us. They were not there to take a break. They were there to build hype. Anyone who thinks that we waited too long, or this fight was not well paced, or the fight was boring even, aghast. They just don't understand. It was the tension building, the hype. It's not like she was at 100% of her power, broken and bleeding, and then a new form of Orochi came out, and then she used 100% of her power again. No, that is not what happened. She never went 100%. She was never broken and bleeding throughout this entire fight since the fight started. She was never distracted. She was always using 100% of her power. And she was just making it seem like she was at wit's end, or could have potentially died, or probably would have lost without help 2 or 3 times during this fight. No. It was all part of her master plan. Because alongside being overly powerful as hell in certainly no broken or OP way within the confines of One Punch Man, the story, she also is a genius. That's right, Child Emperor, get out of here. Because we have Tatsumaki and her genius. She knows how to play dead, just so she can one-up at the end of the day. The blood we see dripping down her face, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it doesn't matter how many times we see her broken and bleeding and over-abusing her power, which apparently in the One Punch Man universe means when they overexert themselves, they take a heavy physical stamina toll on their bodies. But nah, Tatsumaki never was in that situation during this entire arc, so it's perfectly understandable how she can pull out that giant attack in one of the latest chapters. It makes total sense, and I'm completely on board with it now. I just wanted to make this video for you guys. I needed to make this video to apologize to each and every one of you who I ever insulted as a Tatsumaki stan. That's right, Griever here is a Tatsumaki stan. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. There's certainly no buts. Todo, get out of here with that. We don't need that in our waifus. We don't need that in our female characters. We don't need any of that. We need more of Tatsumaki. Now, once again, I know I'm going to lose a lot of subscribers over this, but if you do stick around, just know that from here on out, you have a new fan in the Tatsumaki stan fan base. You have finally convinced me. You have opened my eyes to the greatness of her character. So like, comment, subscribe, everyone. Don't forget to drink responsibly, as always. And we will see you back here next time for next April Fool's joke. Yes! Disregard everything I said in this video. You guys are welcome for this. I know most of you knew what this was going to be, but still, it was a hell of a lot of fun to make and edit. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I know I'm getting dislikes on this video, and that's the point of April Fools. Let's go. Thanks for 500 subscribers once again, guys. We'll see you back here next April Fools. Goddamn. This was fun. All right, see ya.